This will not save you from the fate that awaits. Your family has wronged me, and now you will pay the price.
Adaku hissed, her voice dripping with spite. Before Chimaobi could react, Adaku uttered an incantation in a language he did not understand. A blinding light enveloped him, and when it faded, the prince found himself transformed into a mighty lion. Roaring in anguish, he realized the gravity of his situation. He was trapped in the body of a beast with no means to communicate or return to his former self. Adaku cackled with glee at the sight of the magnificent lion.
You shall roam these forests forever, prince. Only the love of a pure-hearted maiden can break this spell, and such purity is rare in this world.
With that, she vanished into the shadows, leaving Chimaobi to his tragic fate. The lion prince wandered the forest, his heart heavy with sorrow. He yearned to return to his family, Amaka hesitated for a moment before responding.
I seek the truth about the cursed prince and the mysterious lion that guards our kingdom. I feel a calling to help, but I do not know where to begin.
The old woman studied her intently, a hint of a smile playing on her lips.
Your heart is pure, and your intentions noble. I am Umudike, a guardian of this forest. I have watched over these lands for many years, and I know of the cause that binds the prince. The path you seek is fraught with peril, but it is also a path of great importance.
Amaka felt a surge of hope.
Can you help me find a way to break the curse?
Umudike nodded slowly. Inside the dimly lit hut, Adaku and Amaka sat across from each other, a small fire crackling between them. The air was heavy with the scent of herbs and the lingering aura of dark magic. Amaka could see the strain on Adaku's face as she grappled with the weight of her actions, and the possibility of redemption.
To break the curse, we must first understand its true nature. This spell I cast on Prince Chimaobi was born of my deepest anger and pain. It is tied to my own heart, and only by confronting my past can we hope to undo it.
Adaku began, her voice steady but tinged with remorse. Amaka listened intently, her heart filled with empathy for the sorceress.
Tell me about your past, Adaku. What led you to this path of darkness?
Adaku took a deep breath, her eyes distant as she delved into her memories.
Many years ago, I was a healer in a neighboring kingdom. I fell in love with a prince, a man who promised me the world. But he betrayed me, choosing to marry another for political gain. I was heartbroken and humiliated. In my despair, I fled to the forest and turned to the dark arts, seeking power to protect myself from further pain.
As she spoke, tears streamed down Adaku's face.
I allowed my sorrow to fester into hatred, and I swore to make the royal families of the land suffer as I had. But in doing so, I lost myself. I became a monster, consumed by vengeance.
Amaka reached out and gently took Adaku's hand.
You have the power to change your fate, Adaku. By breaking this curse, you can begin to heal and find peace.
Adaku nodded, her eyes filled with a glimmer of hope.
You are right, Amaka. It is time to make amends. To break the curse, we must gather 3 sacred items.
Adaku explained that to break the curse, they needed 3 sacred items: the feather of the sunbird, the tears of the moon, and the roots of the ancestors. Each of these items possessed powerful magic that could counteract her dark spell and restore Prince Chimaobi to his true form.
The feather of the sunbird is said to come from a bird that dwells in the highest reaches of the mountains where the sun touches the earth. The tears of the moon are drops of pure water that fall only during a lunar eclipse, collected in a sacred pool deep in the forest. Lastly, the roots of the ancestors can be found at the base of the oldest iroko tree in the sacred grove where the spirits of our ancestors reside.
Adaku said. Amaka listened intently, feeling both daunted and determined.
I will find these items. Together, we will break this curse and restore Prince Chimaobi,
she said resolutely. Adaku nodded, grateful for Amaka's courage and resolve.
I will guide you as best as I can, but the journey is perilous. You will face many challenges, and you must remain true to your hearts.
With a plan in place, Amaka set out on her quest. Her first destination was the highest peak in the Igbo Mountains, where she hoped to find the elusive songbird. Adaku gave her a map and a small pouch of protective charms to aid her on her journey. Amaka traveled for days, crossing rivers and climbing steep slopes. She encountered various creatures along the way, some friendly, others dangerous. She relied on her wits and the guidance of the spirits to navigate the treacherous terrain. After several arduous days, she finally reached the summit of the highest mountain. The view was breathtaking, with the sun rising over the horizon and casting a golden glow on the world below. As she stood in awe, she heard a melodious song, unlike anything she had ever heard. Following the sound, she discovered a nest perched on a rocky outcrop. In the nest, a magnificent bird with feathers that shimmered like the sun itself was singing.
The songbird.
Amaka whispered, marveling at its beauty. She approached slowly, her heart pounding. The bird watched her with intelligent eyes, and as she drew closer, it spread its wings, revealing a single feather that glowed with a radiant light. Amaka bowed respectfully.
Great songbird, I seek your feather to break the dark curse that has befallen my kingdom. Will you grant me this boon?
The songbird seemed to understand her plea. It gently plucked the feather and offered it to Amaka. She took it with reverence, thanking the bird for its gift. With the first sacred item in her possession, she began her descent from the mountain, eager to continue her quest. Returning to Adaku's hut, Amaka showed her the sunbird's feather. The sorceress nodded approvingly, impressed by Amaka's bravery and determination.
The next item is the tears of the moon. They can only be collected during a lunar eclipse, which will occur in 3 days. The sacred pool is hidden deep within the forest, guarded by the spirits of the moon.
Amaka prepared for the journey, knowing that time was of the essence. With Adaku's guidance, she navigated the dense forest, using the protective charms to ward off any malevolent spirits. The forest seemed to grow more alive as she ventured further, the trees whispering secrets and the ground pulsing with ancient energy. On the night of the lunar eclipse, Amaka reached the sacred pool. The water shimmered under the moonlight, and an ethereal glow surrounded the area. She knelt by the pool, waiting for the moment when the moon would be fully eclipsed. As the shadow slowly covered the moon, the pool began to ripple, and drops of water, like liquid silver, fell into the pool. Amaka carefully collected the tears of the moon in a small vial, her hands trembling with awe. She felt a deep connection to the spirits and offered a silent prayer of gratitude. With the second sacred item secured, she made her way back to Adaku's hut, feeling a sense of accomplishment and hope. You have done well, Amaka. The final item, the roots of the ancestors, is the most challenging to obtain. The sacred grove is a place of great spiritual significance, and it is protected by the ancestors themselves. You must prove your worthiness to them to obtain the roots. Amaka nodded, understanding the gravity of the task ahead. She set out for the sacred grove, her heart filled with a mix of trepidation and determination. The grove was located in a secluded part of the forest, a place where the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds was thin. As she entered the grove, she felt a profound sense of peace and reverence. The air was thick with the presence of the ancestors, and she could hear their whispers on the wind. She approached the ancient Iroko tree, its trunk massive and its branches reaching towards the heavens. Amaka knelt before the tree, closing her eyes and offering a prayer to the ancestors. Amaka, your heart is pure, and your intentions are noble. You have shown great courage and wisdom on your journey. We grant you the roots, but remember, true strength comes from love and compassion. As the voice faded, a small root emerged from the base of the Iroko tree, glowing with an ethereal light. Amaka gently took the root, feeling a surge of power and gratitude. She thanked the ancestors and made her way back to Adaku, her heart filled with hope. Adaku prepared a sacred cycle, using enchanted dust and various herbs. She placed the feather of the sunbird, the tears of the moon, and the roots of the ancestors in the center. Amaka stood beside her, feeling a sense of anticipation and determination. Adaku began chanting an incantation, calling upon the spirits and the gods for their assistance. The air around them crackled with energy, and the sacred items began to glow. As the ritual progressed, a beam of light shot up from the cycle, piercing the heavens. In the distance, a mighty roar echoed through the forest. The Lion Prince, sensing the power of the ritual, made his way toward the hut. As he approached, the light enveloped him, lifting him off the ground and bathing him in its radiance. Amaka watched in awe as the lion's form began to shift and change. The powerful beast slowly transformed back into Prince Chimaobi, his human form restored. He fell to the ground, dead but alive. Amaka rushed to his side, her heart swelling with joy and relief.
Prince Chimaobi, you are free,
she whispered, tears of happiness streaming down her face. The prince looked at her, his eyes filled with gratitude and wonder.
Amaka, you have saved me. I am forever in your debt.
With Prince Chimaobi restored to his human form, Amaka and Adaku helped him back to the palace. The journey was filled with a mix of emotions, joy, relief, and anticipation. When they finally reached the palace gates, the guards were initially wary, but upon recognizing the prince, they were overwhelmed with joy. The news of Prince Chimaobi's return spread like wildfire. The entire kingdom of Umudike erupted in celebration. King Eze and Queen Hileka rushed to embrace their son, their hearts bursting with happiness and relief. The people gathered in the palace courtyard, eager to catch a glimpse of their beloved prince and the brave maiden who had saved him. Amaka was welcomed as a hero, and the story of her bravery and determination was recounted throughout the land. The king and queen expressed their profound gratitude to her, promising her a place of honor in the kingdom. They also acknowledged Adaku, who had played a crucial role in breaking the curse. The sorceress, humbled and repentant, vowed to use her powers for good from that day forward. A grand feast was held in honor of Prince Chimaobi's return. The palace was filled with music, dance, and laughter as the people celebrated their prince and the new beginnings of their kingdom. Amaka, dressed in beautiful traditional attire, stood by Chimaobi's side, her heart filled with pride and happiness. During the celebration, Prince Chimaobi took Amaka's hand and led her to the center of the courtyard.
Amaka, you have shown incredible courage and selflessness. You have saved not only me but our entire kingdom. I owe you my life and I wish to honor you in every way possible.
Amaka blushed, her heart racing.
Prince Chimaobi, it was my duty and my honor to help. I am just grateful that you are safe and that our kingdom can heal.
Chimaobi smiled, his eyes filled with admiration.
You are far more than a hero, Amaka. You are a true friend.
Join us on a journey through tales of courage, love, and adventure. Subscribe to our YouTube channel today to explore captivating stories like the one you've just experienced.